Hey y'all, so I'm here for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 5. I'm not sure what episode this is. I kind of struggled watching this episode only because I'm just tired of shit, from work and everything, and then just dealing with more unorganization. Like I said, if you guys seen my video called My Summer Job, I believe that's what I titled it. You guys, pretty much know what I'm talking about as far as the unorganization. Now, last week's pay was fine. Now, this week, we have to fill in our time because we get paid every Friday. So, today, every Tuesday we put in our time and everything, and it's just a whole bunch of unorganization going on with that I just don't even feel like getting into right now. I probably end up being asleep after I do this damn review. So yeah, let's just get into it. So we start off with Scrappy Dappy Doo, and I don't even really care about this storyline too much. He went to court. He's sitting up here saying how he a God fearing man, and I'm just like, I mean, if that's what helps you sleep at night, then okay. But whatever. They give him his sentencing. We all know the time that he got. Whatever. Moving on, and they don't got time for them and they dramatics. Him and the King family and they fucking dramatics and shit. So moving right along. Mimi and Stevie. Mimi. I mean, not Mimi. Stevie. He walking all around. Shirtless and shit with his robe. With his chest all out and shit, with his robe on and everything, walking around like as if, him and Mimi back together and shit. And he talking about how it feels good to be home, and she was like, home? Like no motherfucker, you just staying here for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And he, sitting up here talking about this our house or whatever, and he, sitting up here trying to reminisce and all this other dumb shit. Excuse me. So Mimi, she finds out that the girl Promise B May lives in North Carolina, and she says that Stevie J will get kicked to the curb, but she finds out that this shit is true in regards to the baby mamas, and I'm like, yet again, Mimi, why the fuck do you care? But whatever. Anyways, moving along, Stevie, he's willing to take this trip to North Carolina or whatever to see if this shit, just to prove a point to Mimi or whatever. And, in the process, he's trying to make a move on her, like, come here, mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't doing it in a long time, come here, you know what I'm saying? And she, like, move Stevie and everything, and she ties his robe up and leaves the room and shit. And he looking like a sad pup, like, he was just looking like, like, really, Stevie? But anyways, moving on. We get Betty Idol and Mama D. So Mama D, she comes into Betty Idol's rehearsal or whatever, and she, coming up in there with her pimp cane and shit. I'm just like, is we going back to your pimping days, or I'm just, I was confused about that. She thinks that Betty Idol is a perfect fit for Scrappy. Like, anybody that is, like, Mama D, anybody that comes around Scrappy, like, whoever he's with or is, kind of not, or kind of sort of not with, but he kind of sort of still got feelings for them, or kind of sort of trying to work shit out. Whoever that bitch is, 9 times out of 10, you don't like her, and whoever new comes along, you think that they a perfect fit. You don't even know this bitch from a can of fucking paint, and you just sitting up here saying, I think she's a perfect fit for the prince. And I'm just like, if you only knew. Anyways, oh yeah, she tells, her and Betty Idol, they sit down and have this conversation, and she tells Betty Idol that she could have worked for her back in her pimping days and shit. I would have been scared at that point, and I would have walked out the room soon as she told me that shit. Betty Idol, because I would have been like, well, don't think too hard on it. Don't, try to go back to your pimping days. Where you talking? I'm just saying. Anyways, Betty Idol, she pretty much explains the situation with Bambi and Tammy or whatever, how, Scrappy pretty much didn't want to fuck with her no more because of that. And, Mama D is like, oh, like, I thought we got the Bam out of here. I thought we got the deer out of here, I thought the hunter got got the bam out of here. She's still around and all this other bullshit. Betty Idol sitting up here saying that they were just doing music and all this other stuff. I was like, bitch, you wanted the D. Let's not play. Okay? I'm just saying, y'all won't just do you wanted more than just music, okay? But anyways, Betty Idol, she's pretty much over Scrappy because of his views on the transgender community. She shows Mama D the video. Mama D is just shocked and appalled, and she didn't raise him that way. And of course, in the video that in the video he says that if you ain't got no baby pictures, you a man with a wig and a penis, pretty much. And like I said, Mama D is shocked and appalled, and she's sitting up here saying she ain't raised him like that, and yada yada yada, and how she gonna have a convo with him, whatever. Moving on. Excuse me. Stevie J and Mimi, they're headed to Promise B. May's crib in North Carolina. He says that he's not nervous at all because he knows he's not lying. Mimi, she pulls out this DNA test. I'm like, well, damn it, you was like Inspector Gadget out this bitch. You was very adamant to find out if this shit is true or not. You know what I'm saying? And Mimi pretty much, in a nutshell, was saying that, she was going to put him on child support if he is lying. That's pretty much what she was saying. Mimi asked if he had a conversation with Jocelyn about him being at her house, this, that, and the third. And he pretty much is like, I think he said he didn't have a conversation with her or whatever. But he took his ring off or whatever. There's no need for him to wear it. He ain't feeling it and all this other dumb shit. He says that him and Jocelyn go through shit all the time, but this time feels different. They get to, Promise's house and everything, and she has this shocked look on her face, and she opens up the door, and, Mimi, she starts off because Stevie, he couldn't talk or whatever, so she, starts talking about what she saw on the blogs and everything, and Promise is like she rather hear him talk or whatever. And so, he says that she's caused a lot of problems, and, she tries to sit up here and, say they have a 2-year-old together, this, that, and the third. Mimi pulls out the DNA test, like, is she around and everything? And then she gonna sit up here and say, yeah, she's here or whatever, still trying to keep up this motherfucking lie. And then, Stevie, he pretty much says, I ain't come here for the games, I came a long way, this, that, and the third. Then that's when she admits that she lied. I was just like, oh my god, like, but anyways, she pretty much was like that that's how she chose to get his attention. And I noticed, like, everybody in that goddamn house was sweating, especially her ass. I'm like, Mona, bitch, is the motherfucking AC running? Like, she was sweating like a motherfucking pig. She was sweating the most out of all. I noticed it was a little bit of sweat coming from Mimi and Stevie too, but yeah, that Proms girl was sweating like a fucking pig. I was like, Mona. And this girl got makeup on too. I said, now you know. But anyways, like I said, she, saying that that's how she chose to get his attention or whatever. And, Mimi was, Mimi is just so shocked and she doesn't understand because, Jocelyn was so distraught when she came to her or whatever. Promise says that she never had a conversation with Jocelyn. And, she feels that she has talent and this, that, and the third, but, what else was she going to do to get where she wanted to be? Then she brings up Kim Kardashian and Mimi sex tapes or whatever. And, Stevie, he pretty much can't believe that she would even bring Mimi's sex tape up and that she stepped into the danger zone and all this other shit. Mimi, she's pissed and saying that she's, assassinated his character or whatever. And, she's like, how did I assassinate his character, yada, 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 and all this stuff. And Mimi, going back and forth with her, she was like, this lunatic trying to, come from me and, this whole sex tape shit. So Mimi, she walks out. She's over it. Stevie pretty much tells her not to reach out to her no motherfucking more. Like, bitch, I'm done with your ass, okay? Anyways, so that was that. Moving on, we get Mama D and Scrappy. So they meet to talk about the post that he made on Instagram or whatever. You know, she's saying how Betty is pretty and she popped up on her or whatever. And you know, he says like, I stay out your biz naive, so why are you all up in my biz naive? And she like, you is my biz naive, and I'm going to, you know, dip and dap. And I'm just like, well, I guess a marriage ain't gonna keep Mama D out his shit. Still ain't gonna keep Mama D out his shit, and especially considering the fact that shit ain't really all right with her and Ernest right now. So she ain't getting dick down like she wanted to. So I guess she gonna continue to be in his shit. But anyways, you know, like I said, you know, Mama D, she brings up the video. He pretty much is like, you know, I said what I said in Nene Leak's voice. You know, that's pretty much what he's like or whatever. You know, he's saying that he doesn't have a problem with the trans community and everything, but, you know, that's just how he feels or whatever. You know, that, you know, like, some of them be trying to trick people and everything. And, you know, she says that they are still people. They're people of the world, and you know, she wants him to have a conversation with Betty and to make shit right and to apologize. And he was like, I mean, I don't mind having a conversation, but I don't know about giving an apology. Moving on from that, we get Hosseline and Dawn. So, Hosseline is sitting up here talking about how happy she is and, you know, how she's ready to pretty much laugh at Mimi because she know Molly the maid done went back and told Stevie J, you know, about, all his baby mamas out there, you know, all his alleged baby mamas out there. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the third. And, you know, come to find out, like, I'm sorry, before we get to that, Jocelyn, this is when Dawn comes in. Dawn comes in, and, she says that, you know, Stevie uses, you know, she's telling, you know, giving Dawn the rundown of what happened. And you know that Stevie uses Mimi so much that she lied and said that he got babies in the street when he really ain't got no babies in the streets. Like, she made the whole thing up just so she could put him on child support and take every nook and cranny that he fucking got, the little bit that he got left anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that you know, like, if this really was true, do Mimi really think she would still be wearing her ring, this, that, the third? I was like, oh, well, I mean, joke is kind of on you, Hosseline, because Stevie J ain't wearing his damn ring. I mean, he ain't wearing his ring, and then it's kind of like, you really, I mean, to me, I felt like her plan kind of backfired, and she don't even know it yet, because Mimi did, if Mimi wasn't being the Inspector Gadget that she was, she probably would have just straight up took Hosseline's word and, you know, automatically put Stevie J on child support. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know, I'm just kind of like, you kind of look foolish and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? And, she jokes about how she was crying to Mimi and everything, and that, you know, she was also saying that her mind was in smoke, you know, being in the house with Stevie J and all this other stuff and yada yada yada. And you know, Dawn, she's excited to hear this news or whatever, and calls, you know, Mimi delusional, and that she's always going to see the good in Stevie J even after lie after lie after lie. I'm like, well, I mean, we all know what Stevie J is and this, that, and third, but I mean, he didn't lie about this shit. I'm just saying, he didn't lie about these damn alleged kids that, you know, he supposedly had out there. I'm just saying. But anyways, you know, Dawn, she pretty much tells Hosseline how she's invited to Rick Ross's party, and you know, Hosseline is all excited, this, that, and the third, whatever, whatever. Next scene is Scrappy, Betty, and D. Smith. So Scrappy, he's performing on stage with Bobby V or whatever. I'm like, Bobby V love making little cameo appearances on this damn show, don't he? I'm just saying. But anyways, you know, Scrappy is saying that he's okay with just making music with Betty or whatever, you know, and he pretty much feels like they're even in everything that, you know, transpired between them or whatever. Betty, she doesn't want a relationship with Scrappy. Yeah, she doesn't want a relationship with Scrappy, but, you know, she's going to sit down and have a conversation with him, whatever, whatever. You know, D. Smith, here she is with the dramatics, talking about some, another artist, another hip hop artist is using their platform for evil. I'm just like, bitch, like, I don't know, like, she just annoys me. You know what I'm saying? When she just, like, when she said that, and then the way she said it, I'm like, are we in fifth grade, or are we grown ass people here talking about something using their platform for evil? I was just like, oh my fucking god. Is this Birdman, what's their name? Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy from SpongeBob? Evil. Like, I just like, girl, I could not. Yeah, y'all already know how I feel about D Smith. But anyways, Scrappy, he comes over with Betty and D, and you know D, she already got this look like, yeah, nigga, I seen the video. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, she is not impressed. You know, D says that, you know, the things that he was saying was offensive, and you know, and I will agree. The stuff that he said and the way he was coming off, his demeanor about it could, you know, be, you know, offensive. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he's saying that he, you know, that he's not homophobic or whatever, and he says that some trans be faking like they're natural born women and be tricking people, this, that, and the third. But D says that a lot of times guys do know and they just go with it. And I was like, you got another point there too, though, D. Even though I don't like you, but you do got another point there though too. It do got some, you know, a lot of times guys do be knowing the difference between a real woman and a trans woman. They just be trying to fake the funk like they don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, they do. Now, there probably are some cases where, you know, it is hard to tell, because some of these, you know, some of these trans women do really like be looking like they just straight up female. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times, I agree with D. A lot of the times, some of these dudes do be knowing that they messing around with the trans woman. They just trying to fake the funk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he was saying that, well, I'll make another video saying, you know, we could talk about that too. And then she was like, well, how about we do a video together? And he was like, bitch, I didn't say all that now. I don't know about that. But, you know, and he was saying something about how he feels like he got to be a bigger man to talk about, you know, that whole situation or whatever. You know, and they still talking about whatever they talking about. I just kind of tuned out a little bit at this point. But, you know, she don't really respect his opinion, but, you know, I guess she just gonna just deal with it in the meantime or something. I forgot what the hell she done said. But, you know, she was like, but it's obvious there's still a lot of homophobic behavior in the hip hop community, and until something changes, you know, it's never going to be any progression. And I was just like, well, damn, why just call out, you know, people in hip hop? I mean, don't get me wrong, I do know that, you know, it's a lot of rappers that are homophobic and this, that, and the third. But at the same time, it's not just rappers that are homophobic. I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure it's plenty of people in other genres of music that are probably just as homophobic. But see, rap, hip hop or whatever, they do automatically get, stereotyped. That, you know, that's been the stereotype for years, that, you know, rappers are, you know, homophobic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we, you know, when we sit up here and just call out rappers, we, you know, tend to forget that there are a lot of other homophobic people out there in the world that are not rappers. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, moving on from that, hold on, make sure I'm not skipping anything. Okay, yeah. So, Mimi and Rashida, they meet up or whatever. Rashida, you know, she thinking that, you know, Mimi done let Stevie J move into her crib, and Mimi was like, no, he just crashing for a little bit. And, you know, she talks about, you know, the situation with Jocelyn, and how Jocelyn lied about the baby mamas, and including the other one that they were talking about. She did her own research and found out that Jocelyn was lying about that one as well. and that she can't believe that she allowed herself to get sucked into this BS and blah blah blah. I'm like, really, Mimi? Okay. Anyways, and then, Jocelyn probably wanted her to be on the Hate Stevie bandwagon as well. Rashida is pretty much over it. She's like, Mimi is allowing certain shit with Stevie J, and that there needs to be a line drawn so she doesn't get hurt or whatever. And Mimi, she admits that it's hard to listen to Rashida's truth or whatever that she throws out there, but she knows that Rashida has seen a lot of stuff that she went through, and she knows that Rashida is right. You know what I'm saying? And Rashida, she shows Mimi a picture of Jocelyn and Rick Ross at, I don't know if you guys follow Rick Ross on Snapchat, but I had, or on Instagram, but I had seen this picture like back in January, because that was his birthday. You know what I'm saying? That's where the picture came from his birthday bash or whatever. So yeah, you know what I'm saying, where he had his hand on near Jocelyn's cootie cat or whatever. I said, Mona, yo ass. I see, and those of y'all who've been watching before me, y'all know I love Rick Ross. Like, I just but anyways, yeah, y'all know I love Rick Ross, but I was like, Mona. I said, Rick Ross fixing to sue you, VH1, and Viacom for using his damn picture on this ratchet ass shit. I know that he probably can't sue them for real, because he put that out there on a public forum or whatever. I think him and Jocelyn posted, both posted the picture. So he can't really sue. So just a little jokey joke, but yeah. At least I think he can't, but I'm not a lawyer, but yeah, I don't think he could actually sue if he wanted to, but yeah. But anyways, I'm sorry, I'm looking at notifications on my phone. But yeah, Mimi, she was like, oh, she ain't stingy with her cootie cat right there. Like, do you see how close his hand is and everything? This, then, third, whatever. Moving on from that, the last scene, Stevie J is at the radio station. He introduces his new business partner, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. The dude, Jay Nix, is one of the interviewers or whatever. And they asked about the picture with Rick Ross, yada, yada, yada. And to make a long story short, he admits that they were never married. Yeah, and that pretty much was the episode. If I missed anything or, whatever, you guys can leave that down below. You can also leave your thoughts down below as well. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I will see you guys in the next video.